You're going to need a stick of unsalted butter, some pepper, some finely diced yellow or white onion, some garlic and flour, some half and half and heavy cream, some salt or seasoning salt, I like this brand, some honey, some dried oregano, and some dill weed. Of course, we're going to need some tomatoes. These are organic, fire-roasted crushed tomatoes and some chicken stock. Now in my Dutch oven, I am putting 6 tablespoons of the unsalted butter in there and just letting it melt. Now I'm adding my half a cup of finely diced yellow onion, and we're just gonna let those simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until they start to get soft. Now you can go ahead and add in your 1 teaspoon of crushed garlic and just keep letting it cook for another minute. Make sure your heat is on medium-low. Then we're going to go ahead and add in our dried dill weed and oregano. And we're going to stir that for another minute. Now go ahead and add in your crushed tomatoes and your chicken stock. And just give that a stir. Now while that's simmering on low, let's take the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter and we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of flour, and we're going to make a roux. And we're just going to whisk that together, make sure there's no lumps, and we're going to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes until all the flour is incorporated and you don't have any raw flour taste. Then we're going to go ahead and add it into our tomato soup mixture, and this is going to make it nice and thick. And we're just going to let that simmer. Now go ahead and add in your pepper and your salt or seasoning salt. And we're just going to continue to simmer that. Now I'm going to make some mini meatballs to go in there, which is totally optional. I have some ground beef, some sausage, some breadcrumbs, an egg, and some seasoning salt, and a little milk, and I'll put all those ingredients in the description box. Now, after this has been simmering for 15 minutes, you're going to go ahead and add in your 1 cup of half and half and your 1 cup of cream. Now, if you don't want it quite as creamy, you can just use 1 cup of cream. And now I'm adding in 5 teaspoons of honey. And we're just going to give that a stir. And we're just going to simmer that for another 2 minutes. Now I like my soup with a little bit of texture, but you can use an immersion blender and make it really smooth, or you can also put it in a blender. I like little pieces in mine, so I didn't make it too smooth. As you can see, there's still little bits in there, which I think gives it a nice texture. Now I put these in the air fryer for 10 minutes, and this is how they look. And then I'm just going to add them to my soup. And basically, the soup is done. It smells so good, and it tastes even better. Now, how I like to plate it up, I put it in a bowl, and then I took some sour cream along with some pesto sauce. Now, this is completely optional, but, and then some cheesy croutons, and then I'm just gonna put a little dollop of the pesto sour cream on top and the cheesy croutons. I just toasted some of my cheesy bread and topped it with Parmesan cheese, and they come out really good. So I hope you guys are going to give this a try. I really think you're going to like it. It's so good. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye, everybody.